Shingo is a pathetic little rascal, stuck being a corporate slave in a mundane 9-to-5 job. Until one day, he gets reincarnated into another world and gains the title of a rich noble warrior with an abundance of wives and concubines. The story begins with a young knight facing off against a man in a uniform. Palm forward, the knight conjures up a powerful attack and unleashes it towards him. Rocks begin flying everywhere until a white flash blinds everyone. And poof, the danger is gone just like that. A few moments later, a green-haired man named Roderick comes along and orders everyone to get back to work. One laborer praises Count Wendelin, our main protagonist, for his magic being so useful, remarking how he flattened everything in an instant. Despite wanting to head back home, Wendelin reluctantly agrees to help Roderick clear another area of rocks. After, Wendelin returns home and is worn out, but gets a warm welcome from 3 girls when he walks through the door. A girl dressed in robes, named Elise, joins them, and as she sits down we get to see why Wendelin can't keep his eyes straight. Elise is worried about him because he always seems tired, and Wendelin explains that Roderick overworked him again today. The 3 girls, named Lena, Louise, and Wilmot, express how his relationship with Roderick is not right and that he treats Wendelin like a slave. However, it seems Wendelin doesn't see himself as anything other than a white-collar office worker. Wendelin leaves abruptly to change his clothes, and just then we're shifted to his past life 10 years ago when his existence was a living hell. One day he came home exhausted like usual and fell asleep by mistake on the couch, but suddenly he awakens and forces himself to get up. He goes on to whip up a lavish 3-dish dinner, but before he could take a single bite he began to lose consciousness, and something extraordinary happened. When Shingo woke up, he wondered where the f*** his pork ribs just went, and why this disgusting meal he's never seen before is in front of him. When reaching for a glass he noticed his hand was like a child's, so he grabs a plate to look at his reflection and sees that he really is a child. He looks around stunned by his luxurious surroundings, and after some observation he notices that he's attending some kind of royal wedding. The chump can't believe his luck, and thinks it must be a dream, so he closes his eyes and tries to sleep again. But a few moments later his father comes along and asks what the hell he's doing trying to sleep at a time like this. He takes little Wendelin away to introduce him to some important guests. However, being new to this life he didn't even know his own name, so he couldn't tell it to them, which embarrassed his father. Luckily his older brother Eric shows up in the nick of time and takes the attention off him. He expresses his thanks to everyone for coming on behalf of himself and Wendelin. It turns out the wedding is actually their older brother Kirk's, who's getting married to the daughter of an emperor. After his speech, Eric sits down with little Wendelin. He states how their father must be relieved that a noble's daughter has married into the family.